What's up? Are we live? Are we live? I think so. How's your fourth? How's your fifth? If you're watching this in an hour, hopefully you're doing well. I'm Rob. I go live every weekday, and it's a weekday. Thursday, the 4th of July, 2024. I'll tell you what, back in 2004, 20 years ago, the Red Sox had not won in 86 years, but they were about to. And if you told me that in 20 years I'd be sitting here doing a live stream on YouTube, I would ask you, what the hell is YouTube? So welcome. Welcome. Quite a few stories that I wanted to talk about. I'm sorry I'm going so late. I gave my word I'd be here every weekday, and I'm here. And we're trying to catch up to Philly DeFranco. So if you could hit that subscribe. And if you already have hit the subscribe, well, big salute to you. Thank you for joining the family. When you hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification bell so you could join me when I go live. Got a ton of stuff going on. So, yeah. So, I'm swinging by late. But listen, there's so much good news. Or, I don't know, not as good as in like good news, but as in like good to talk about. Did you see Oh, and I put all of the links to the articles I discuss in the description. So if you want to play along at home, but do it after. Don't do it while we're talking. But there's a bunch of stuff happening in the news that I was like, holy shit, I want to talk about. Holy shoot, I want to talk about all this. Ellen DeGeneres abruptly cancels her comedy tour. That's the funniest thing to come out of Ellen's tour. Hey, what's up, Jen? What is up? The funniest thing to happen out of Ellen DeGeneres, what did she call it again? Ellen's Last Stand. ... Up. That's what she named her tour. Oh, God. Get over yourself. She has canceled Dallas, San Fran, Seattle, Chicago this month and next, according to Ticketmaster. That is the funniest thing to come out of this entire stand-up tour for Ellen. How you doing, Jen? Hopefully you're doing well. I know it's the 4th. My family doesn't do nothing on holidays because me or my wife are always working. So, although me and the kids did go outside and allegedly light off some fireworks. It's so stupid that you can drive 20 minutes north, fireworks illegal, and you come back south over an imaginary line and fucking illegal. Doing good. Hope you are. Where I'm doing, Jen. Millionaire mindset. Get your mind right. If you hear me say that on this channel, it's because I'm telling you to remember your dreams. Get your mind right. Focus on what you see yourself being. Make the 3D catch up to you. Make your reality. Kick this reality. Focus and believe where you want to be, what you are, already exist in that, and make it catch up to you. So that's what I've been doing. But it's just so weird. It's just like if I have a pound of weed here, but I drive 20 minutes across an imaginary line in the land of the free state, you go to jail. So dumb. Here I'm just a legal adult. And we're going to get to the title, Manual Shoelaces. I had to title this live stream that because, believe it or fucking not, we're living in the Back to the Future movies where the shoes lace themselves. Have you not heard of this? I had never, ever heard of self-lacing sneakers, like with an app. You get the Nike app and you and it laces your shoes. That seems like so much more work than just tying your fucking shoes. Again, sorry I'm cussing. It's late at night. This is the late night version. And if you're new, I do a live stream every day. We do news commentary, newsmentary, and usually with a entertaining comedic twist. So if you could hit that subscribe button, please do hit the notification bell. You can join me just like the family that you see down in the chat. Jen F. So everybody say what's up to Jen. Jen, if you don't know, she is my shit. That stands for, that's not a swear word. Shit as in S period H period I period T period. It stands for my superhuman intel. What is it? Superhuman intelligence technician. So much faster to just tie them, right? Let's just get into that story because I can't even. I really can't even get over this. So yeah, Jen is the superhuman intelligence technician. She's not the artificial intelligence. She's a real human. And not only has she hit subscribe, but she hit the notification bell. That's how she gets up in the chat so quick. So thank you, Jen. And everybody else, we're trying to, if you don't know who Philly DeFranco is, he's probably the biggest YouTuber that does news commentary. Although the commentary is like diet commentary, you know, it's like commentary light. And he doesn't go live, and he only goes 4 days a week. So we're nipping on his heel. Yes, he might have 7 million subscribers, but we're almost at 1,340 subscribers. So with your help, we're going to beat Philly DeFranco. Mark my words. Okay? With you and me, we're going to overtake Philly DeFranco, make him question his whole life. You go, what did I do wrong? Oh, well, you made Teen Bop news for, like, the kids sing of news, Philly, and you didn't go live. Are you talking about self-lacing sneakers? Look at these things. Nike has self-lacing sneakers. Self-lacing Adapt BB sneakers are losing their remote control app. Could you imagine that? Like, instead of just putting your shoes on and tying them, you got to make sure you have your phone, make sure your phone is charged, open an app, probably do a code or something, or make sure you're logged in, facial ID, you know, breath ID, scan your thumb, do the secret handshake, and then your shoes will tie themselves. It seems like a lot of work. Fucking, I'm old school. I go like this. The bow, rabbit goes under, bunk, you tie it, then you double knot it, and then you flip it behind the little tongue there. I did not know these existed. They're $350. $350 for something that you could just do, or that you've done your whole life. Would anybody that is in this live, would you buy $350 shoes because they self-laced? And does anybody remember, I think it was Back to the Future 2? They should have just called it Back to the Future instead of Back to the Future 2. And then the third one, they could have went back to the future. I obviously wasn't in charge of naming the movies, or they would have been much better. But in Back to the Future 2, I think it was, where he puts on the sneakers and they're like, zoop, and they tie themselves just automatically. You just have to slip your foot in. That would be cool. Nike, figure that out. Like, you figure that out, then I'm all in it. Because I don't know if anybody else does this, but there are certain shoes I have. Well, actually, no, all my shoes. I actually don't even tie my shoes. I was lying before. I tie them once, like I explained. And for the rest of the time, they're slip-on. Because I never untie my shoes. Does anybody else tie their shoes? There's a battery in the sole. Bandito, are you serious? Do you know about these sneaks? These Nike, what are they called? Adapt BB sneakers? Well, they got to have a battery, right? That's so crazy. So they have a battery. So do you have to charge your shoes? They're never comfortable. And motors? Jen, making me question my choice. And boyfriend says he would buy them. Oh my God, we really would? But think about this, Jen. Now that we have more information, Bandito, thank you saving the chat right now, or saving me from having to Google. I didn't even consider that. So if there's an app that controls them, there has to be some Wi-Fi signal, which means if you get a like creepy stalker, they can, you know, GPS track your shoes. You're a sneakerhead? That's cool. I would be. There's only a couple sneakers that I really like. The Air Jordan Retro 4s. Only because I remember when those originally came out. the crimson lava color. Look up Air Jordan Retro 4 if you don't know what they are. Greatest sneaker ever. I had them when they originally came out in the 90s. Um, but my God, the amount of work to make sure your shoes are charged and you have your phone for your app to tie them seems exhausting. So wait, Bandito, are you saying that you would buy them? Because I know Jen has boyfriend saying that he would, but would you? Like that just seems like so much work. And it's so funny because it's really not a convenience. If you have to make sure your shoes are charged and you have your phone, that's more work than like, where the fuck are my shoes? So you see how I tie them once and then keep them right behind the tongue? I never tie my shoes. Never, 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 never. So I just always just slip them on wherever I go. My kicks are ready to go. I just slip. And I don't wear Nikes. Or don't usually. My boy. Oh, what's up, JM? JM Studios and Toys. Wait, did you change your YouTube name? It used to be JM Studios. Now and Toys? Are you doing something new on the channel? I'd like to know. And for those who are new to the channel, this is the family, Bandito, Gen F, JM. There's a bunch of people. It might be too late for Kevin, Koo the Freestyler, who's in Egypt. Oh, and people that are outside of America. What do you do on the 4th? Is it just another day? For me, it's just another day. My wife's working, so we don't do nothing. And fireworks are like it all around they're illegal in Massachusetts, illegal. But the best time to do fireworks is in the winter when there's snow. It looks so pretty. So that's fucking crazy. I got him the Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner sneakers, but I think those are odd too. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't break the chair. You hear my chair? This is probably like a $200 chair when you officially buy it like new. I shop at the secondhand store, got it for $6.99. So that's why it makes those sounds. I have to look up Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner shoes. This is what these shoes look like, if you haven't seen. And I'm guessing that's where you got to like charge them. But it says, oh, so I didn't even get to the point of the story. I got so distracted. It says now the Adapt BB mobile app used to control the $350 third iteration of Nike's self-lacing sneakers will disappear. So Google Play and the iPhone App Store they're not going to carry, and I'm guessing the app is just disappearing in general next month. So that means you're shit out of luck. But here's the good thing. Even though those overpriced shoes that you bought because you could have an app to tie them, to lace them up, that was the whole purpose of them. Now they say owners can use the physical buttons on the sneakers to power them on and off, check battery status, tighten or loosen the laces, and save a single preset. But there will be no way to adjust the shoe's lighting. And they say now you can manually adjust your shoelaces. That's such a D-head move. That's such a D way to phrase it. Now you can manually adjust your laces. Like we always could manually do it. And by the way, here are the Nike. Oh wow, Nike actually made 89 pairs of the futuristic self-lacing Air Mags, designed to look and function like the futuristic shoes Michael J. Fox's character wore in Back to the Future Part 2. These are the shoes from Back to the Future Part 2. If you haven't seen that, if you're not as old as I am. My home is green. They don't look bad. It's more than lazy. It's inconvenient. It's absolutely insane that you would have to make sure your shoes are charged. Like that to me is Nuts. Like, did you leave the house and you charge your phone? Or did you charge your shoes? Or they're going to come unlaced. You're going to be walking around with your shoes slipping off. They're not comfortable, like Apple Vision Pro. They're a meme shoe. Oh, that's such a good call, Bandito. That's all they are. It's a meme shoe. It's to say you have it. They're like the Cybertruck. They look like socks. They do. They look like big, weird socks. The Back to the Future ones. I guess there were some actual athletes like Jason Tatum, which that sucks, and Luka Doncic, who were using them and using the adjustable buttons or over Bluetooth. It's so weird. It's like certain things don't need technology. That's, I think, the moral of the story. Because obviously Nike's not making enough to like, or they're making enough, but they're not needing to fund an app for people to tie their shoes. Like they wanted to see if they could get all the $350 suckers to pay for the shoes, and then they shut the app down, which is hilarious. Luca's a herb, yeah. 100%. Wait, hold on. I'm not in my car. My home is green. That's my green screen. And I'm moving right now, so my house is absolutely destroyed. But depending on when, I'll be in a new place, hopefully soon. And then it will probably look much different because I'm not going to have my own little space. I don't know how I'm going to film videos. I use the green screen when I'm like filming the actual recorded, not the lives, but the recorded videos, to put myself on the screen. And at our new place, I won't have my own space. I'm going to be sharing with my family, I guess. Like, there's not going to be like a little office area where I can come and record. So you'll probably see like a bunch of my son's Godzilla stuff in the background or whatever he's playing with. I do. I live inside of a green screen. It's like the Matrix. That's so cool to find out that you guys are sneakerheads, and for you guys to be able to give me some insight. Those shoes, they look so basic. You'd think they'd look more futuristic. If you're going to put this kind of tech into a sneaker, make them look crazy, right? Cheetos or Doritos, depends what flavor. That's a good question too. And if you're new, hit subscribe and the notification bell. JM Studios always comes with the heat when it comes to questions. He got his way sidetracked on a Godzilla topic one time. Cheetos or Doritos? Listen, if you're talking about the hard little crunchy white Cheetos, the like white cheddar, not the puff ones, then I will go those. But if you're talking about, I don't know if anybody's had the fiery mango Doritos. They just came out this summer. They have a little shark on the bag. The fiery mango Doritos are absolutely insane. And if you're asking me what Snicker bar I would eat, it's the white chocolate one, which are very hard to find. I found them at like the dollar store, and I bought like 30 of them. I bought them all. Okay, so that was in the news, that now you got to tie your own sneakers. Just think about the dystopian future, right? Like, that's where my mind always goes. Like when my kids are growing up and they're like, Mom, my shoelace app isn't working. And she's like, tie them yourself. And they're like, what? And then the parents are like, back in my day, we tied our own sneakers. We didn't have apps. We didn't have mind chips to tie our shoes. Like, this is where this is all headed. The passion fruit one. Wait, JM, you're in Brazil, right? Tranquilo, calma. I have not had passion fruit or lemon Snickers, but I would eat them both. I've had green tea Kit Kats. Green tea Kit Kats are real good. Resellers ruin the secondhand sneaker market, but Nike and Adidas are established in Portland. Yeah, resellers have ruined so much. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought you were in Brazil. Man, can you post a photo of the lemon and passion fruit Snickers on your community? Do you have a community tab? Can you put up a photo of those? Oh, is the outlet really a good deal though? So great, outlet fines or employee passes. Yeah, if you could get an employee hookup. Um, I feel like the outlets don't really have good deals anymore. It's almost uh, like just the branding of the word outlet makes you think you're getting a deal and really you're not. Either that or they've gotten so expensive that yeah, any money. Um, all right, the other thing I want to talk about. Did you guys see this? Diddy is trying to sell his home for $70 million. 23, holy man. I don't get that one. But please, JM, post a picture of passion fruit Snickers. I'm dying to try that now. So this is the crazy part about 11:23 here. Oh yeah, 11:24. It's after midnight in Brazil? No, in Brazil, isn't it I think maybe depending on where you are in Brazil. I thought they were on the East Coast time as well. God, can you hear all those fireworks going off? They've been going off since like 7 o'clock. All right, man. Good to see you, JM. Thank you for stopping by. And if you can, post a picture. Make a short. Make a short. Yo, make a short on your YouTube channel of the different flavors of Snickers in Brazil, please. I want to see them. And like, take a bite out of them and break them open so we can see what it looks like inside. Please make a short of the different kinds of Snickers. I'm really into weird foods like that. Okay, so Diddy's trying to sell his LA mansion that was raided by federal agents. I didn't know that, if you're in the middle of an investigation, you could just try to pawn off your home, which is crazy because immediately when I read this story, I thought we should start a GoFundMe and try to buy this mansion. It's probably not worth 70 million. I think when I was reading, I forget what did he buy it for? He purchased the mansion in 2014 for 39 million. So it's not worth 70 million. This, he's trying to cash in on this market right now. He'll drop the price. Trust me, he's going to drop the price on his mansion. He's taken out two different mortgages, one for 25 million in 2014, and in May 2021 he took out another mortgage. Uh, Neither have been paid off, and they're due to be repaid in 2029, and the other one in 2036. But I don't think he's going to keep the house, the price at 70 million. I don't think it's worth that. And yeah, he needs all that money. Well, that's what I think it is. He's trying to, you know, get ahead of the costs that he's about to incur for lawyers. But I was like, yo, that would be absolutely wild to put out a GoFundMe to raise enough money to buy that house and then to give people tours or to go into that home and what was it, Al Capone's safe, crack that bitch open and do a live video tour of like here, because you understand, even in this he has a underground tunnel that goes from the pool to the grotto. um there's some, do you know, in Diddy's home there is some secret walls, maybe a dungeon cellar. Like, I don't know. This is stuff I'm guessing, but from the allegations, the charges, and the price tag 70 million, I'm saying there's some secret stuff there that he's probably not going to remember when he's moving out, and that would be absolutely incredible if we could all chip in and buy. We got to wait because it's not going to stay at 70 million. Now that you mention it, Nike outlets are filled with a bunch of crap for cheap, so really acquiring employee passes is the way to go. Nike does make a lot of ugly shoes. I mean, the Air Jordans, which I believe is a different division, those are incredible shoes. Um, what is an employee pass though? I know what the outlets are. I'm not really sure. I'm aware what an employee pass is. Is that just? Are you just talking about an employee discount, or is an employee pass like a totally separate thing? Because when you first mentioned it, I assumed like knowing someone who's an employee gets you a discount. Is an employee pass different? If you could explain, I'm just unaware. And any kind of discount, I need to be highly in touch with. Um, the other thing that was funny about this article about Diddy trying to sell his home, he said, amid the public outcry, the mogul has returned accolades, including the key to New York City after a request from the mayor, and Howard University also revoked his honorary degree. Damn. I mean, good, but how funny is that? Who was the mayor? Was it Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, that made that request? That's a funny request. You're like, I'm gonna need my personal assistant to reach out to Diddy and ask him for that key to the city back. And what if he denied? If he was like, nah, f you, I ain't giving it. Like he's that kind of dude. He would deny giving the key back. That's a funny skit. SNL should do that one. Cover that one. Employees get like 5 passes per month to their employee store. So they're easy to find people giving the wait, there's an employee store? The Wiley I forgot about those shoes. I need to look up that. I'm sorry, I have to look this up. Cause do you guys remember Road Runner? What are they? Nike? They gotta be Nike if you said they're ugly. Oh snap. Is that them? And are they different colors? Oh, I would love that. That's absolutely sick. Oh, they're Space Jam. Oh, don't show my son these. Oh, I gotta say, if that's them, that's kind of cool. I'd totally rock those. Brooklyn is the Istanbul of America. 100%. He loves them. Yeah, I mean, I don't rock with Nike a lot of the time. Usually I'm traditionally Adidas. But I would wear those. Those are super cool. I did not even know those existed. I know the car I'm going to get one day is, what is it, the 1970 or 69? Hold on, let me look this up. Yeah, it's got to be the 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner. You see that? And you see the little Roadrunner at the front. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. Here, I'll zoom it in. So I would totally drive a Plymouth Roadrunner and wear the Roadrunner sneakers. I'm fucking weird. All the women at the party today were confused. Like, did you mean to have on different shoes? Jen, you know what's funny? I think I appreciate that whole part of having those shoes more than anything. Like people be like, "Hey, you got 2 different shoes on." Like sometimes I just wear 2 different socks on purpose when I'm wearing shorts just to see if people are gonna fucking notice and be like, "What is Hey, yeah, I'm well aware. I did that on purpose because if you have OCD, it's probably gonna bug you." I'm sorry, my chair's so loud. The Istanbul line or something Eric Adams said. Oh, okay. Totally. That's so funny. I love that, Jen, that all the women at the fourth party were asking your man if he meant to put on 2 different shoes. And why do shoes always have to match? Can we address that? Like, shoes shouldn't have to match. Like, I don't have the shell toes anymore, but I liked having a green pair of shell toes, the green stripes. and black stripes. I think you should be able to buy, mix and match. That is an idea, not self lacing sneakers. You should be able to color blend your sneakers. Yeah, that is good to know about the employee thing. Thank you. Thank you for that information. So I don't know if you guys seen that. I never, ever, ever feel bad for this dude, Chet Hanks. Chet Hanks. He's Tom Hanks's reggaeton son. But I guess he made a comment about White Boy Summer on probably Instagram because I'm not on there, so I don't have to see this dude. Uh, was it on Instagram? I'm guessing. And his White Boy Summer post that had a gothic font similar to the ones used by hate groups has been co-opted by Nazis. And I never thought in my life I'd say I feel bad for Chet Hanks, but his innocent bumbleclot reggaeton pretending to be from the hood mantra has gotten him into some trouble, and not really him into some trouble, but he kind of did something inadvertently, making that White Boy Summer post that racists essentially took and ran with it. And I feel bad for Chet, and I never ever thought I would say that because Chet kind of, you know, he's big ups, big ups. Yeah, that's what he says. Big ups. I've seen his stuff. Like YouTubers make videos about him. In fact, after this, I'm probably gonna go watch. That's a Nick Fuentes line. Oh, really? Well, I feel bad for Chet, man, because I think he's just. Uh, I hate to say innocent because he's not innocent. He's well aware of what the he's doing. Um, but to think that like a post you're doing to have fun gets co-opted and taken by these extreme racist groups is just a horrid feeling. And I don't think the dude's race like Chet is racist or has any ties with that. In fact, I think he's the opposite. He wants to be the most, you know, black white guy there is. And for this whole thing to go down, and he's trying to condemn it. Uh, what did he say? I really don't. Oh, Hanks put out a response Wednesday on Instagram. Yeah, so it was. He says, White Boy Summer was created to be fun, playful, and a celebration of fly white boys who love beautiful queens of every race. Uh, Anything else that's been twisted into support any kind of hate or bigotry is deplorable, and I condemn it. I hope that we could spread love to each other with kindness. I mean, I think he should have gone farther than that generic post. He should have said, like, if you're a racist, the only good racist is 6 feet deep. He should have said something like that. Like, come on, Chet Hanks. Who's gonna mess with you? You're Tom Hanks' son. Tom's probably got organized crime connections. No one's touching you. Um, so Chet, I hate when like these celebrities like toe the line like that, but he's pretending he's got a Jamaican accent all the time. Like he won't toe the line when it comes to acting like he's from Jamaica, but he'll toe the line when it comes to condemning racists taking his stuff. Actually, I don't feel bad for Chet. I'm sorry. I retract my statement from earlier. I don't feel. I didn't. His post, his response to racists taking his white boy summer meme is so tepid and lukewarm and towing the line that I don't feel bad for him. In fact, oh well, you act like that and you act like a softy towards racists, then guess what, Chet? You're getting everything you deserve, pal. Um, so, man, wasn't I wrong? I really thought I felt bad for this dude who pretends to have a Jamaican accent and spawns off sayings like white boy summer. Um, and not like satirically. Like if I said that here, it would obviously be a joke. He said it in like all sincerity. And then he condemns hate groups by saying like, "Come on, man, we're trying to have fun over here." No, man, say it. Say the only good racist is one covered by 6 feet of dirt. That's your post, and do it in the Gothic font. Stand up, have some balls, Chet. Jesus, fucking line tower. So in other news, Chet Hanks not a good person. He's about as mean as his dad is in every movie to racists, while he pretends to be black 99% of the time. Like I don't understand that. Like, but if you're gonna pretend to be of a certain demographic, a certain culture, a certain race, then take on the whole mantra of it and understand the history of black folks here in America and condemn that racism like you belong to the community. Jesus, I gotta break this whole thing down to you, Chet. Fucking slow, kid. Fucking slow. So yeah, Chet, you got a lot to learn. But if you're watching this at some point, because I'll try to hashtag you or put you in the thing. I don't say it with ill intent. I say it with no hate in my heart. I'm just saying, like, wake up, buddy. Like, you can't condemn racism by being gently kind to it, okay? Learn something from my cousin John Brown. Learn the way he dealt with racists. It's the only way to do it. There's no room, what I'm saying. There's no room to just be moderate around racists. You have to be anti. All right. So it is getting so late. I'm very tired of moving, so I'm going to wrap this up. But I'm really glad I got to see Bandito. I haven't seen you in a hot minute, friend. Was there another story? No, I wanted to talk more about Ellen. Maybe we'll talk a little more about Ellen because it's like I gotta go to sleep because I gotta get up early. My brother's coming into town. Which I'm excited, but at the same time, everything we're going through is very stressful. Get your mind right. Remember that. If you're not watching this live, I'm saying this to you. Remember you got dreams. Put yourself there. The 3D, your reality will catch up. Focus on what you want. Focus on the dreams. Happy 4th, Bandito. And for real, it was good to see you because I don't think you've been alive in a while, so been missing you, and it's always good to have you in here. We're on the same wavelength. Get your mind right, right? That's what I've been doing, getting my mind right. So you guys too, keep your mind right. And tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah, it's Friday because I gotta go get my brother. So let's chat again tomorrow. And I really want to get into the Ellen DeGeneres thing. But I think what it boils so real quick, I think what the Ellen canceling her tour boils down to is no one's going to see her, right? You wouldn't cancel a tour like nothing happened, nothing came out of the news. Ellen canceled like big cities too. I was reading it before. Dallas, Seattle, San Francisco. There was another. So like big cities that Ellen was canceling her shows in. And this is Ellen DeGeneres, man. Her last stand, ... up. So the only reason, because nothing, I covered the story when she went out on tour. This was a couple months ago. And she was making jokes about how she wasn't mean. I'm not a mean person. I didn't know what was going on playing innocent. She used to crack me up on HBO back in the day. Man, I never, like, I respected Ellen on the side of, like, her coming out and having to face that at a time where that was really unheard of. Like, I have respect for her in that sense. Her comedy and the way she treats people, I have zero respect for. Just like J-Lo having to cancel her tour. Yeah, no one wants to see them. Yeah, J-Lo and Ellen. And I know some people say, oh, it's ticket prices and Ticketmaster's, cashing in on being able to charge you for using your credit card and using the internet and going to the show that's, whatever the charges are for. But it's more than that, okay? We have to acknowledge that if you're not selling tickets, you're not doing shows. And I don't think anybody's going to see her. But I think her show was on Tosh.0. Like her stand up? Because are you talking about like Tasha's doing a podcast now on YouTube? Everybody's got a podcast, which is good, by the way. Her talk show, I'm going to have to look this up. I love Tosh.0. I didn't know her talk show was on there. I don't know. I'll look into it. But I think it's hilarious. Absolutely. It's just flying out viral starts. Huh. I don't know what that means. So I just think nobody's going to see Ellen, and there's nothing. So remember what she was accused of? Like people couldn't look her in the eyes. People couldn't smell like anything around her. Like too much perfume. She would make people chew gum in her presence. If like just really just like unhuman like qualities. Like I'm up here and you humans are down here. And it's just flying out viral star. Oh yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, she was just like flying out viral stars on her show and just like interviewing them. But all of the accusations, and this is not like a couple people coming forward. This was like a culture of her being a jerk. Like, don't look her in the eyes. Don't talk to her. Don't, you have to chew gum in her presence. Don't approach her. She has to talk to you for like all these like, I'm better than you kind of things is her ego, right? That's her being like, I'm Ellen. I'm the one name celebrity. I'm like Madonna, Prince, Ellen. So for her to have to cancel shows because nobody's buying tickets has got to be more of a blow to her ego than anything else. Because, she thinks like, oh, I'm just the greatest. People just love me. And this might be a quick wake-up call for her. And I talked about this way back when she was first on tour. And I said, like, these people don't learn. They pretend. That's what she was joking about in her stand-up. Like, oh, I'm not a mean person. I'm so nice. And I didn't know this was going on the show that has my name on it. And I call all the shots. But people don't learn unless it really affects them. And usually that's in the wallet or the ego. And this is going to affect her ego. So why chew gum? Oh, one of the allegations, I think it was like if like she didn't want to smell their breath, she would make people put in a mint or chew gum. Is that nut? Like, again, I don't have the stuff in front of me. I'm going off of kind of what I remember. But if you read into the allegations of Ellen being a monster of a boss, like just absolutely fucking unreal, cannibal, putrid boss. Like just imagine the worst kind of boss you could ever have. And then worse than that, because you can't even fathom that. Like imagine like having to put in gum going around your boss because your boss is like, I don't like your breath. And it's not that your breath smells, it's just like, I don't like scents. That was the thing. It was like if you had too much perfume on or too little, like just fucking crazy stuff where it's like, just calm down, let people be people. Yeah, and that's what it was. She was basically a bully. She did it because her name was on the show and she could call all the shots and nobody could question her. And yeah, Bandita. And that's just the worst kind of human to me. Like that's the worst. When you have the power and you abuse that power and people have to, they're trying to survive. They have this job that they love. They're working in an industry they love. And you're just using them like a punching bag because you can. Horrible. Imagine working for Diddy. People did. And you know what? This is the craziest thing about following the Diddy story. A lot of people work for him. And a lot of people have been quiet. And we're about to find out who. That's why I have an issue with Eminem. I love his new song, Houdini. But when he did that battle rap against Machine Gun Kelly, and at the end he said, Diddy put out the hit on Pac, and he said, I'm just kidding. I love you, Diddy. Do you really love him, M? Do you? Do you? M is known as like the shock jock of hip hop, right? He'll say anything. Where is a verse about Diddy being what he's accused of being? Eminem? So I think, what is Usher seeing? Yeah, Usher was abused, my man, or at least that's that's on the rumor mill. But there's a lot of people that not only friends with Diddy, but probably stayed quiet because they wanted to be in that circle, experience those things. I'm not sure. Maybe they had money, maybe it was out of fear, but a lot of people stayed quiet for a long time because this dude has been a monster for, he didn't just wake up one day and become a monster. You don't graduate, or you don't just become that one night. Like, that's not even a gradual thing. That's like once you get power, you start abusing that power. And I think that's what it all boils down to. It's really disgusting to watch people with that kind of power use it in an abusive way, and it damages so many lives. So Diddy, Ellen, weird. Diddy, Ellen. Anyways, it's getting even later, and I got to get up wicked early. Yeah, well, they claim they had a lot of recordings. Oh, and so they were blackmailing people too. So what are you going to do at that point? Well, if you're on a recording doing something that you can get blackmail, do you kind of only have yourself to blame for that? I don't know. These are all the questions we'll have to ask. That's why I wanted to go deep down into the Ellen ending her stand-up. I don't know if she's ending it, but canceling a lot of things, canceling a lot of dates on her tour. Because I think it's fascinating. It's fascinating. I'd like to see what she says. The article said they reached out to her. She hadn't made a comment yet. It's just based off of Ticketmaster saying, sorry, the date's been canceled. But I'd love to see how she spins it. Because what I'm calling is she's not selling seats. People don't want to pay to go see an asshole. How she's going to position it is a whole different animal. And as soon as she drops something of like why she canceled, it will probably be like heat exhaustion. Heat exhaustion. She's canceled dates for 2 months. That's what celebrities always say, right? They had to go to the hospital for heat exhaustion. But as soon as she releases something, we'll talk about it. So thank you guys. If you haven't hit subscribe, please hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I go live every single weekday. And we're trying to get to 1,340 subscribers. Hit that little decapitated fish head. Some people call it the thumbs up button. Some people even call it the like button. I call it a decapitated fish head. And don't forget, get your mind right. Okay? If you're going through some stressful stuff, I want you to envision the things that you want. Focus on exactly what your dreams are. Remember, you got dreams. Have a good night, Jen. Thank you so much for stopping by. Bandito, so good to see you. And JM, please post some Brazilian Snickers videos, passion fruit and lemon. I want to see all those. So thank you guys. Hopefully Jen and Bandito, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.